is the overhead and the leaping slash. These are very important, these require only one skill, but these are also very powerful because on one side they fully break the stamina bar or the guard bar for your enemies, and second of all, it deals a lot of damage. So for example, if you have both the overheat and the leaping slash, you can press F twice, and this will first break the guard of the enemy, and second, instantly kill him in one shot. And later on you can also spec into, and you're also going to require the path to it to be unlocked as well. So it's going to be like in the 4th or the 5th hour of playtime when you get this. On top of this, since we're still on the subject of good early skills to invest points into, also look at the HP boost, especially the survival, the enhanced survival for Cal. This straight up increases your HP, which in the beginning is pretty small, and you can die in one shot most of the times. And also look at the superior blocking. This is going to make your blocking so much better. It's going to drain way less stamina compared to the default skill, and you're going to do a lot of blocking in the game anyway. A lot of blocking, parrying, counter-attacking, so this is something that you should invest points into. But otherwise, if you feel that your survivability is high enough, you can straight up just go in and invest some points into your force power to use your force powers more often. Moving on to number 7, Cal is not the only one that can make use of upgrades, and BD, your little droid, can also be upgraded as you progress through the game, though the process in his case is going to be slightly different. So the way you do it is by using these workbenches that you randomly find on planets, and you find them by simply progressing through the story, through the game, and eventually you are going to find one of these, as they are going to be in your path in one way or another. But what these do is that they provide certain abilities to the droid that will let you further unlock certain parts of the map. So for example, if you're on a planet and you cannot unlock a certain part of the map, it means that you're
me. Run that back from last week. I'm still about that.
You're a pretty good running back, but you're an all-pro hype man, Mark. Hey, happy Thanksgiving, man. I appreciate you. Thanks for stopping by. We'll talk again, all right?
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, SVP. God bless.
Thank you, sir. Big trust. Ravens have won 21 and 5 3-pointers in the third. Hield, keeping it going in the fourth. The modern game. Let's shoot threes all night. That's 11. His 11 threes, the most for a single player against the Celtics in NBA history, ended with a game-high 41. We're tied at 99. Smart to Smart, good ball fake, fade away, good bounce. Celtics up 2. Next possession, bogey. Bogdanovic nearly rips the rim out of the net, or net out of the rim. They get the drift. Kings lead, no. Smart off window. Celtics lead.
Oh, to God.
5 seconds left.
Ooh, damn, bro.
That didn't have the best chance. The ball rebounds high in the air, which allowed the clock to extinguish itself. 103-102. Boston was an entertaining one there. Speaking of, he misses 3 consecutive free throws. Wow. Drake and the fans there were enjoying it. Maybe it was basketball karma. I thought it looked like he got fouled to me. Philadelphia leading by 5. Van Vliet, bet on yourself. 24 points. Raptors cut the deficit to 2. Richardson. That's challenged. Embiid gets the rebound. Game. Tobias Harris. No. They had more time than that. Simmons threw it up. Siakam the other way. Not a bad beat situation, so don't at me. He finishes with 25. Raptors by 5. 101-96.
Let it fall, not you, pilot.
Another one?
Another what?
It's not just the ships, the armor, or the aircraft. It's something more. It's the will to fight and determination to win, found inside each and every Marine that answers a nation's call. Battles won.
At Burger King, the 2 for $6 deal just got better. Now add 2 fries and 2 drinks to your favorite 2 sandwiches, all for
That's
just
crazy.
$10.
That started out as a
Pick
2
your
for
2
$4.
favorites from the Whopper, crispy chicken, or spicy crispy chicken, and add 2 fries and 2 drinks, all for just $10. Only at Burger King.
The Supreme Court of the United States is going to take that case. That they are going to take up this issue of Mazars and decide whether or not the president's financial records can be obtained by subpoena.
It's coming from downstairs.
And one of these myriad investigations that now, seeks to not just uncover the president's behavior, but to follow the money trail behind it. So that's all today, right? I mean, busy day today with a strong rule of law theme song uniting today's fast developing stories on all these different fronts. When it comes to following,
make sure to tap down on the D-pad via their corpse and then read the entry. More often than not, it will give you hints to use in future fights and even highlight weak points you can manipulate going forward. Number 12, use the double-ended lightsaber in darker areas. This sounds extremely obvious, but I'm not going to stand here and pretend I didn't before, and unless there's a bunch of them packed together like sardines, you're not going to be able to get much of a wide berth on your attacks. Consequently, it's important to know when to lock onto an enemy and when to let the camera glide around freely. Locking on is ideal when you're fighting 1 or 2 enemies, but any more than that, you should be unlocking and moving from enemy to enemy between attacks. The double-edged saber is effective generally, but smart use of the lock-on really allows it to shine as a crowd control tool. Number 5, you can interrupt unblockable enemy attacks. When the enemies in Fallen Order hit, they hit bloody hard, especially